Hey everybody, this is Deeptunester. Welcome back to Let's Play Vandal Hearts. Last time we went out into the swamp as we're continuing to search for Magnus. It seems like we've been looking for him forever, but won't be too much longer, I promise. And now Ash, after we got rid of all the enemies in the swamp and got the banana, that's important, believe it or not, Ash says, there's one thing I don't understand. How can these fortress ruins also be Toroah's Ark? I don't completely understand either, but the idea of an ark may be the result of a bad translation from the ancient language of Duran. Oh, it was English. Jeez, who would have thought it? If there really was a great calamity, as is written, then the people would have been more likely to go inside a fortress rather than a ship. Makes sense. By the way, where did Kira go? Clint isn't around either. That creep! I saw her first! Jeez, pretty insecure, aren't we, Diego? That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Come on, buddy. Get a grip. See? They're just looking at each other. I hope you called me here for a good reason. A warning, you fight too recklessly. I think I've proven my prowess in battle. Oh, I admit that you're a first-class warrior. You fight as if you have nothing to lose. There's a sadness to you. It's almost as if you don't care whether you live or die. Dots! Jeez. Why the uncalled-for psychological analysis, Clint? Well, that's all I wanted to say. Wait! I guess I should thank you for saving me today. Saving you? In the battle? Did I even have a situation where he saved her? All I remember is that she was going to get that banana. Anyway, more dots. And just as he's walking off, Diego just so happens to be walking in. What a quinky-dink. Did you two have some kind of fight? I looked everywhere for you. He's a self-righteous jerk. Before you say that, listen to this story. He saw his lover slain right in front of his own eyes. By the gods! That wasn't really much of a story, by the way. That was just kind of a statement. It's been almost 3 years now. The scum who did it had a grudge against Clint, and Clint knew it. Bastard shot her and galloped away, all in front of Clint. He still blames himself for not preventing it. It eats him up inside. That's why he tends to come on a little strong, because he cares so much. So why didn't he shoot Clint, too? He could have shot her or gotten the joy out of seeing him sad, and then killed him. I guess he was just so much of a bastard that he wanted to see him suffer for the rest of his life. I had no idea. That was pretty interesting emotional development there. We learned a little bit more about Clint. So that's always nice. I like Clint. So now we can move on to the next battle and probably survive it just fine, but of course, we're going to go back to the village and upgrade the people that need to be upgraded. And I don't know, I don't think it showed Amon in the last battle. But, well, there's a little bit of confessing to do. I wouldn't really call it confessing. It's not like I really did anything wrong. The only thing I did do wrong is that in that last battle, there was an item that I was supposed to find, a secret item, that would help me get one of the keys for those trials later on. But I didn't get it. So I'm glad I realized it sooner and later. So since I'm playing this on an emulator, really nice thing is that I can load a state back from a previous battle and do it over again. So I did that, but I didn't get Amon leveled up like we had him before. So I'm going to have to do that again. He was a bowman. So let's just upgrade that real quick. And then of course we still got a Lenny to upgrade. And that should do it. That should be all members of our party thus far that have been upgraded to their second class. So let's do that. Eleni, you're going to be a sorcerer. And through the power of magic, becoming a sorcerer just means you switch from a red robe to a black robe. I guess it's kind of like martial arts. You go from a red belt to a black belt. I don't even know if that's true. She's wearing a yellow belt anyway, so what does that even matter? Alright, so we got all that done, but we'll be coming back to the dojo here in a sec. More on that in a bit. I need to go back to the shop because I need to buy some chain armors for people that I didn't even know could wear it originally. So we have Diego, he was one of them. I know that Kira was one of them that I didn't know could wear it. I knew Dolan could wear it, but when I loaded the state back and did those battles over, I forgot to buy the chain armor for him. So we'll do that again. And Amon should be the last one there. And I think maybe there was someone with a robe that doesn't have it yet? No, not quite. I guess I have everything. So as far as equipment goes, we are all set for this town. We are full on equipment. It's about as strong as we can get. So let me kind of get up on herbs here. Seems, we should be alright with all that. So we'll go ahead and go out of here. And now the next place we're going to stop. Next place on our list is back at the tavern. Because we have the banana that this guy was looking for. You found that weird banana for me. It was laying in the poison swamp, so I can't eat it, but please take this in return. I found it near the ruins. Well, at least he was nice enough to give us something, even though he can't use what we worked so hard to get for him in the first place. And that is the second trial key. And so, since I have 2 of them, and I've got a good number of people in my party, a lot more than I had when I first got the first key. I don't know why I did that. That's what I get for not paying attention while I'm trying to talk and explain something. What I'm trying to say is, we're going to do the first Trial of Toroah. So what you have to do to start these trials is you have to go, well, first I'm going to have to clear up some space on Ash's inventory, so we'll get rid of this mage oil. Put this in our depot. Now we want to go in and grab the key. And you have to actually give it to Ash, like so. So then the next thing you got to do is you got to head on over to the dojo. Well, before you do that, let's save. That would be a pretty good idea. Boom. Alright, so head on over to the dojo. And then you just go in with the key equipped to Ash, and you try to leave, and he'll say, "Hold on for a moment. Is that one of the holy keys that you have? Those are to be held only by the chosen one. Geez, you look like Morpheus, and now you're sounding like him too. Do you wish to undergo the Trials of Toroah?" So you got transform, which is kind of weird, like, transform, what is that supposed to mean? And then you can just say forget it, like, fuck that, but that's not us. That's not me. So let's get this on over with. But it's going to be a little while because these battles usually take a bit. This first one in particular, it's going to look like it's going to be a hell of a battle, but in all honesty, it's not that hard. It's just going to be a little time-consuming. So we're sitting here, we got this huge mountain right in front of us. So where are all the enemies? Well, here they are. Oh boy, that's a pretty decent-sized army there. So, get things started, I'm going to send Kira. She's definitely the quickest member in our party. So we're going to send her up, and we're going to try to get this chest as soon as possible. Because what's in those chests, you'll see a chest in every single trial that you do. Let me send a tankier member up first. So yeah, like I was saying, what you'll see in every trial is a chest like that. You want to open them because they hold a prism, and you need those prisms. That's the whole reason why you're here in the first place. I'm moving people I don't want to be moving. Let's get my priorities straight. Clint goes first. I guess it doesn't really matter because Diego... In all honesty, it doesn't even matter who I have in front because it's going to be a while before we encounter any enemies. They're on the complete opposite side of this mountain, and it takes quite a few turns to be able to get to the very top, so... Maybe I should just do whatever here, move people as far up as they can go. Not even worrying about the order here. So... we'll send these guys. Oops. And what I want to do with my healers... I already used Huxley's turn, so we're not going to be able to do it with him until the next one. I'm going to shield up a bunch of my characters here. So get used to this sound effect, because I'm going to be playing it a few more times. And it's not really like they're going to be the ones that are taking the most damage. In all honesty, from my experience, the people that are going to be taking the most damage are like your archers and people in the back line. Because the way this mountain is set up, you aren't going to be encountering melee characters a whole lot, and when you do, only one's going to really be able to attack you at a time. So really, this is all about getting rid of their flyers really quickly. They're going to be the first ones that are get up the mountain because they have the highest movement range, obviously. As you can see there, they're moving a lot faster than anybody else. And everybody else is just going to be clumped up together. But they do have quite a bit of variety on their team. They got armor guys, they got archers, they got melee, they got air, so it's really just using every member of your party to their fullest potential. But isn't that how every battle is? So she's covering a lot of ground there. We'll just continue to have everybody go up as fast as they can. Grog up behind Ash. I guess I should probably have Dolan in the front, but I can get to that eventually. Actually, I should probably get to that sooner than later. Because it's not like you won't be taking damage with your melee guys. I have my people on the left very oddly situated. I might want to try to fix that, but whatever. As you can see, he's got a lot of movement speed too, so that's one of the perks of being a monk, I've realized, is that you can move a lot farther too, so that's always nice. Yeah, I'm trying to get through these early turns as quickly as possible because there really isn't too much going on there. It's all about just getting up, and then once everybody gets to the top, once both parties get to the top, that's when the bloodshed begins. So it's like a huge build-up that you see in those medieval war movies. And for that, it's kind of awesome. See, they're all clumping up too. They're really not doing much better than we are. But that's just how this map is set up. I'm pretty sure that the different trials have different maps on them. I actually don't know that for sure, because when I first played through this game, well, I didn't really play through it completely, 1. And 2, I never really got to these trials. I didn't even know they existed. I don't think my dad even knew they existed when he played. In fact, I'm almost certain it's not like he was looking at a walkthrough or anything. He was just playing through it casually, just doing whatever came to him. So this is kind of a new experience for me too. Okay, I got these guys situated. I do have Clint up front, so that's good. Now then, I want him to be up front here. Well, maybe not up front, just to get there as good as he can, or as well as he can. Okay, now she comes up behind. I didn't have her use her shield, did I? Who did she shield? I think she shielded Grog or Ash? I can't remember. Crap. And it doesn't tell you, too. Does it? No, it doesn't. Crap. Whatever. Let's shield Dolan just to make sure, because I will eventually want to have him up in the front line. Might have been Grog I shielded. For some reason that picture comes to mind. Alright, everybody's moved. Alright, end the turn. Pretty sure I moved Kira. So she'll be able to open up that chest next turn, which is nice that I'm able to do that before I have to start attacking things. Because that's really the most important thing, is making sure you grab that, and then obviously we gotta kill all the enemies. But that's secondary. That's just a given. We know what will happen. Because I'm just that OP. I'm just that skilled. So we got the air guys. They're getting pretty close to the top, which means I want to have my archers in position ASAP, because they're going to be the strongest against them. But I'm not even really close to getting up there. That's the problem. Okay, so Kira can come over, open the chest. Take that, chest. That's what you get for me at a chest. Looks like a Dragon Ball, sorta, but it's the Nova Prism. First prism of the game. Yes. Alright, so Ash, come up here. We're going to be covering a lot more ground now, since we're not in like these little narrow areas, but that's only temporary, sadly. Archers come up here. Have him come up like that. Alright, get them up. Clint's gonna... let's just have him go there, because he's going to be going up the right side in a sec. Not covering too much ground, but it's all about baby steps. It's how you reach any sort of goal. You just got to take baby steps. I guess we'll just have him move up here. Jeez, I don't want him going up too far and just getting bombarded with enemies. That would be pretty bad. I guess I didn't even show you guys that, as I was mentioning before, where the level of the enemies in these trials are dependent on what level Ash is. Well, as you can see, they're all level 11, and Ash is level 11. but that's not really going to matter since I think most of my party members are around there. I've been doing my best this whole playthrough to kind of balance out the experience among everybody. I do have a few stragglers, but for the most part, I'd say it's pretty well balanced to how I want it. Okay, so now they're clumping up on the right side. They're actually getting fairly close. Are they getting closer than my party is? I don't even know. Ash is moving up ahead quite a bit, that's for sure. I'm going to get my archers up here first and foremost. Let's have them go up ahead because I really need them to be able to deal with these air enemies. Okay, Clint, come up like this. I'd like to get Eleni up to the top too because her piercing ray is actually very useful in this battle. Since there's so many enemies, she's going to be able to get like 3 or 4 targets with it quite often. So that's really nice. We'll have you move back down here. Actually, no, you can probably stay up there. I'm going to move you behind this wall, though. Actually, what I'm going to do... I can't move her now, but I can have Huxley come up here. So I'm going to have them kind of stay behind this wall and move as necessary. Ash can come up here. Move everybody else to follow suit. Doing this a little bit differently than how I did in my practice run here. So hopefully things work out alright. I absolutely demolished this battle when I was practicing, so even if I do flub up a bit, the only real way I can really flub up is to have Ash die. So as these archers start to get towards the top a bit more, one of the interesting things is that they can actually shoot over those little very topmost parts of the mountain if they're in a very specific position. So you kind of have to keep that in mind, make sure you're not in a spot where you can get sniped. And the best way to do that is to just stay up against that wall that you see. So like right in front of where Ash is now, the space right in front of that would be a good spot to keep your party so that they can't get hit by the archers. Unless, of course, the archers come up over the mountain, but if they do that, they're vulnerable to your melee guys. So there's a lot of strategy involved with that. Okay, these guys are moving up fairly slowly. I'm actually getting pretty close to the top by now. Thing is... Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that these guys are up here and he got counterattacked. I guess I can just have Huxley finish it off, can't I? Maybe I want Kira to do that. Well, can I? No. Maybe I want... Can he snipe it from here? It's hard for me to tell because I have to move her first, but I might as well. Let's see. Have her start coming up here. So I want to see if I can hit this flying dude from here. I can, so this is nice. Should be able to finish it off like that. So now, what about the rest of them?